Hi, Mike. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucker Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis. So my first analysis is that you have a gorgeous website. Your website guy did a great job designing and putting this together. I'm not here about the aesthetic part of it because that doesn't interest me as much. Having a nice looking site is great because once somebody gets here, they'll be like, oh, dang, this is nice. I'm going to, start clicking and figure out what I want to do here. But getting people here is the real chore. And believe it or not, what's inside your website is exactly what will determine whether people come here or not. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Now, the first thing I do is I go and I look at this paid tool that I have. It looks at all of the metrics of your website. It gives me a lot of insight. So what I can do next is go and look at a map. And that shows me all of the areas around you, like Jericho or Hollywood or Goose Creek. And those we'll talk about in a minute. And then the final thing I do is I go and I do a Google search, Charleston, South Carolina, home theater installation. Now, the first thing that I will tell you is that this requires a little bit of explanation about how Google works. Everything on a Google page is determined by the Google algorithm, and the Google algorithm has decided that it knows what is more relevant to you than you do. Because, I don't know, in my case, I would want a really good, honorable installer to put in my home theater. And as far as Google is concerned, they want to give you the best company that has a website. So, I should say the best company that has the best website, which according to them, best is different than what you and I may want. The Google algorithm has a series of requirements that it needs in order to place you in its searches. Now, a higher placed one fills in more of the requirements for the Google algorithm, and that's why up here at the top, Innovative Sight and Sound, who have paid for this position, are here. If somebody else pays, they may be here or they may be below it or above it. It depends upon the Google algorithm and the other things that those people have done to their website. Now, the second thing that you'll come across is this. We call this the map pack because this is, attached to this map, for one. And two, it's easy to get on. It's something that you can do yourself this afternoon, this evening. You don't need me. You don't need your web designer. Just go to Google, find Google business profiles, and fill one out. Easy to do. It's just like a Facebook profile, except it's going to ask you things like what year you started your business, what hours you have, what your actual address is, and your website, obviously. It's going to ask you a whole bunch of things, and it's going to make you prove that you own the website. But those are really easy things to achieve. You don't need anybody's help to do that. And being here at the top is really wonderful. It's better for you, and I'm going to show you the exact numbers of why it's better for you. Now, below that, you have a bunch of listings in your area, and nobody is going to scroll really much further than the related searches, which is right here. Anybody, the studies have shown with a mouse in one hand and a Dorito in the other doesn't go much further than that. They figure I have all I need up above here. So it would be good for you to be at least here in this area, which we call the organic search results. That's under the map pack. Now, the organic search results are wholly and completely the domain of the Google algorithm. It decides where you go. Now, I'm going to show you the first place that I come across is Innovative Sight and Sound. Charleston's home theater and home automation company, they say. Now, I don't know where they're based. Maybe they are based there. But the fact that they put that on a web page makes it true to the Google algorithm. So all you have to do is say something in order for it to be true to the Google algorithm. So I'm going to call Innovative Sight and Sound your big Google competitor. Now, your website, their website, nice, similar, but it's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is some of the metrics. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Copy. I'm going to copy all the words and paste them into this word counter. There we go. 189 words. Now I'm going to do the same with them. Innovative Sight and Sound. Copy and paste into this other word counter. 1,109 words. Now, I'm going to tell you this much, that as an algorithm goes, more is better. 189 is not nearly what 1,109 are. And I can tell you this also, that Google would prefer you have 1,500 words on your homepage. That would make you a legitimate business in their eyes. That's what the algorithm wants. Now, you don't necessarily have to have that to get a top spot, as you've seen. You can have 1,009 words, but it would be at least better to beat your competitor in this respect. Now, I'm going to show you what the words are that you want on there, because all words are not equal. Now, you have on your website a total of 8 keywords. Now, keywords are when somebody types in a Google search, South Carolina home theater installation, Google takes all of the sites that come up with that search, all of them, from top to bottom, not just the ones up to here. And it takes all of the words out of them, and it arranges them in numerical order. This one appears the most, this one second most, this one third, and so on and so on. So those become your keywords, and they become part of the key phrases that you have on your website. Now, being innovative has 1,700. Again, it's a number that beats your number. And I'm not saying this to you to be snarky or anything. It's just that's what the algorithm is looking for. I'm going to show you what they have for their keywords. Sight and Sound, Smart Home Automation, Daniel Island. Oh, here we go. This is where that Google map comes in. They have that on their website somewhere, meaning if somebody typed in, and I'm going to just type this in right now. I'm going to do a find on your website, best, and see, oh, nothing with best comes in. Why don't you have you're the best home theater installation company in wherever, Charleston, in Jericho, in Meggett, all of those places. You could have somewhere on your website, we are the best in home theater installation in, and then any of these communities. People like to live there. They like to hire local. They like to buy local. That would be a big way to up your number of keywords. Now, the other keywords are essentially what people will ask when your salesman goes out to assess their home. They'll say, oh, how does this work? How does that work? Those are exactly the sorts of things that you want to have satisfied on your website. Now, I don't know why Being Innovative has Destin's top 3 restaurants on it, but they do. Maybe it's just a way of getting into the community. I really have no idea. But best home automation system. There you go. There's the best. Somebody typed in best there. These are actual Google phrases that somebody typed in. Things to do in Buckhead, Atlanta. I don't know why they have that there. Again, they're just answering a lot of questions that people have because they want more keywords than you have. I don't know what the keywords are in your industry. You do. You could sit around and talk with I'm sure speakers is in there, and wires and remote controls, those sorts of things. I don't know. I'm not in your industry. But you could sit around with your coworkers and figure those ones out. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is your backlinks. You have 26 of them. A backlink is where you appear on another site that refers back to your site. Like, I don't know if your business goes into Angie's List, but like contractors will be in Angie's List. Now, your competitor has 631 backlinks. Again, more than the 26 you have. And being an algorithm, it looks at that and says they win. And that's why they are listed higher on the Google search. So here is their referring backlinks. They're in Crunchbase. They're in Expertise.com. They're in YellowPages.com. They are in local Yahoo, Porch.com, Superpages. All of these things are good websites to be on because they are rated above 70. 70 and above would be ideal for you. And right now, they only have 4 in the 90s. You can find a lot more in the 90s easily. You just Google your competitors and see what sites they're on that are really websites that you go to yourself for reference or for referral. Angie's List, if you could get on that, is rated at a 91. It's a paid one, I know. But these other ones just require essentially a profile, like the one that I told you to do for the Google Map Pack. Just go and fill out a profile, and you can be on their website. Now, both of those numbers together, the keywords and the backlinks, refer to this. The traffic you've had in the last month from a Google search to your website was 1. That's down 1 from the month before. So you had 2 clicks the month before, and last month you had 1. Being Innovative had 873. Now, I'm not being snarky when I tell you that 873 probably results in more requests for an estimate, more opportunities to have a customer, and clearly more money in the pocket as a result. So that's where Google comes into play. And this is how you can manipulate the Google algorithm to your benefit. Because being at the top of one of these is definitely better than being, I actually did scroll down at some point to see where you appeared. There we go, down here. You want to be higher up. You definitely want to be higher up. If you're not higher than, what was it I saw, Walmart? Oh my God, you need to be higher than Walmart. Please, please, please. So now, if what I'm telling you makes sense, you can check my work. You can look at all my references. You can check it all out yourself. I'm going to assume that you probably want to spend more time installing home theaters and automation systems than you do digging around in the belly of your website looking for this sort of stuff. That's where I think Eric could come in handy. And if you're interested in this, if being higher on your Google searches and having more money in your pocket makes more sense to you, then please give Eric a call and he would be glad to guide you through the next steps. Listen, I hope I've been helpful to you anyway. These are all tips for you to use as you want. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.